Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Zamboni Talk. Before we get started here today, as always, I just want to thank you all so much for tuning in here today. And if you can, all I ask is that you please like and subscribe before we get going here. And as always, I just want to thank everybody so much for joining me on this tremendous journey. And I'm so excited to keep this going. We're going to keep on rolling. So, what is today's topic? Today's topic is something actually today, while I was at work, while I was at my second job, as I was on my own today, it was a slow day, so I just started writing things down and thinking about things. And it's something that just hit me right in the face today. And that is the fact that, and I might have mentioned this before, but that is the fact that if you are good at something and invest your time into something on the side, then you have something to offer and an audience can be created. And this is what I am starting as well. As right now, I started to brainstorm and what can I do? And I'm always trying to look to implement more, expand my reach and my purpose and my income capabilities to more than just my hourly wage. But I began to think that, hey, I am in better shape than 95% of the people, maybe 98% of the people in this world, relative to my weight and my body fat percentage and everything along those lines. I'm in better shape than most people in this world. And I'm not trying to be arrogant or cocky. I am just strictly saying the facts the way they are because I see an exceptional amount of people on a daily basis, and I've yet to see somebody else that's in better shape than me. I mean, I shouldn't say that. There is certain people that are, but there's not many. They're very few and far between, right? So there's that. And then also, I love traveling, and I've been able to maximize and earn a crazy amount of value on my traveling these past couple of years through debt and through leverage and through credit cards. And just this year alone, it's going to be about $40,000 of free travel that I've been able to extract. And that is something that is also quite unique because I go around and I talk to others and I don't know anybody else doing this. Of course, there's people online, but in my personal life, I don't know anybody else doing this. And what I really like actually about this whole thing is that people say that it can't be done, and it's quite a controversial type matter. So I love things that are like that because if they're controversial and people do not believe them and they're not yet really a mainstream type of idea, then I know there's tons of potential in that endeavor. That's also how I place a lot of my money into investments as well. I go into investments that are controversial by nature because I know that if they're not mass adapted or the masses do not think a certain way about a certain area, I know there is tremendous potential there. So it's really just something that hit me right in the face. And those are two things I do on my spare time that I don't get paid for at all. And I am going to actively work on getting my social media going, start to get a website going, consulting. That is something I'm going to chip away at every single day and start to create that audience. And this is not about earning an income at all. If I never make a dollar off anything here, it is what it is, right? I really don't care. But the fact that I have a purpose and I'm working towards something gives me so much more energy every day, right? That's what it does. And I truly believe that everybody over the age of 20 years old, they have been doing something majority of their life, and they're probably pretty decent at something, and they could probably create an audience doing that. Everybody's unique in their own way and has something to offer. You just have to learn how to leverage it, right? That's all it is. So that's the idea I wanted to get across in this video, and that if you do try to get an audience going over what you have going on in your life, what is the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? Nothing. The worst that can happen is that you do not succeed and you do not create an audience, and so be it. You still be in the same exact scenario that you're in now, but chances are you would learn things along the way. You would learn a tremendous amount. But by not taking any action, or by spending your spare time watching Netflix or smoking pot, drinking, being sedated, doing activities that have absolutely no benefit towards you, I guarantee that you will not create anything of significance. And to not try, in my opinion, is the biggest failure of all. Because you can put your neck out there and you can fail at something. And in my opinion, unless you really give up, unless you really quit, you never really failed. Because what are people, like, how is that metric of success judged? Is it a monetary thing? Because there's tons of people that make tons of money out there doing things that give them absolutely no purpose. So really, what is the metric of success? And in my opinion, even what I'm doing right now, it's not reaching many people yet. I don't have many subscribers, I don't have many views, but I wake up every day excited to do what I do. It gives me some more purpose. It keeps me energized. And hopefully, along the way, I reach a couple people. So if somebody looks at that and says, you're a failure, and I just recited everything that I just did, am I really a failure? Am I? I don't believe so. I truly do not believe so. So the worst that can happen is that if you do try to create an audience and put your activity out there into the world, the worst that can happen is that nobody pays attention. And so be it. If nobody pays attention, you have a whole arsenal of work that you've done in your life now that you can look back on. And at the very least, you have all that documentation, something to look back on and create memories. And that's really all it is. So you gotta find whatever that is. And what I've found works is that to be alone and to just think and to just write allows you to come up with something, some sort of game plan, or something that you have in your life that you can use for what I'm talking about here. That is what is necessary. And sometimes, like what I just had happen today, it just hits you right in the face. That's all it does. It slaps you right in the face, and you just wonder, how did I not think about this before? Or why is this just coming to me now? And the truth is nobody really has the real answer to that. But if you believe in a religious being or a spirit or an energy, then things happen to you when they're supposed to happen. If you put in the work. That's if you put in the work. Because maybe before in your life, you weren't prepared for what's about to come to you. And that's why it's happening now. I truly do believe that. But for that to happen, you can't just sit there and say that it's not the correct time for me yet. It will come. The universe doesn't work like that. You have to put in an extreme amount of work above and beyond everyone else. And then it starts to come to you. Things start to fall into place. And that's the truth of it all. And that's how simple it is. It's It's simple, but it's certainly not easy. And that is a big distinction. I was just telling somebody about the other day, is that there's blueprints for stuff, for weight loss, for budgeting your money. There's blueprints for everything, and they're not complex. They are simple. But do not confuse simple for easy. Those are two very, very separate things. Okay? So that's about all I had to say in this video. And as always, I just wanted to thank you all so much for joining me here today. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, even if it's just one view on all these. I really, really appreciate it. And all I ask is that, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe and comment any thoughts down below at all. With that, we'll catch you in the next episode of the Daily Zamboni.